Hello and welcome to the Tech Beat. I'm James Preston, your humble tech guide, helping you to navigate the bits and bytes of the World Wide Web and the innovations that abound. This week's Tech Beat includes Australia's tech future receiving a $1 billion boost, Google's pet portraits, and Australia's farming future being bolstered by developments in agri-tech. So let's begin our download on the Tech Beat. A $1 billion fund will allow Aussie entrepreneurs to develop new technologies as part of Prime Minister Scott Morrison's move to cut greenhouse emissions by 2050. The Low Emissions Technology Commercialisation Fund will combine $500 million of new capital for the Clean Energy Finance Corporation from the government and $500 million from private sector investors. The investment will target early-stage technologies that have the potential to close the gap to net zero with venture capital investments, as opposed to grants or loans, in up-and-coming and innovative businesses to assist growth and scalability. Modernised solar panels, more efficient batteries, livestock supplements and underground storage could all be funded by the investment. Other key technologies that could be boosted by the fund include direct air capture of carbon, soil carbon measurement tools and materials to produce green steel and aluminium. The Morrison government has pledged a total of 21 billion Aussie dollars in low emissions technologies this decade. It's also expected to pull in a further $100 billion in private investment and create up to 160,000 new jobs by 2030, with more than half of those in regional areas. Australia was ranked last out of 60 countries in its response to climate change in Glasgow at the COP26 summit. A lack of policies, high per capita greenhouse emissions, low levels of renewables and high levels of energy use saw the country given an overall ranking of 54 among individual countries. Now from the government to very good boys, and Google's pet portraits uses machine learning to match pets to their art doubles held in the collections of institutions around the world. The Furry Friend matching tool has been added to Google's Arts and Culture app for Android and iOS. Now, a similar 2018 feature for human faces saw 120 million selfies uploaded, which have most likely been sold off to China for nefarious purposes. Thanks, big tech. Good on ya. According to Google, a computer vision algorithm recognises where your pet is and then crops the image. Then, a machine learning algorithm matches your pet's photo with over tens of thousands of different artworks. Users can tap on the results to learn more about the stories and artists behind each artwork. Now, as for my dog Rocky, given he may be the most handsome Jack Russell in the world, it's not exactly a surprise that his natural art version in the real world was, of course, Brad Pitt. That's right, ladies, form a line. Time now for a very short break before we take a look at a new policy from Daniel Andrews that for once doesn't resemble a dictatorial manifesto. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Tech Beat. I'm James Preston, and if you're not careful, crypto, I'll block your chain. Let's move on to some big news for Australia's farming sector. The Andrews Labor government is backing new technology on Victorian farms to improve the resilience, sustainability and efficiency of dairy businesses. Which is ironic because he's probably sold off all the farms to China. Xi Jinping would be so proud, Chairman Dan. Anywho, Minister for Agriculture Mary Ann Thomas visited Mark and Kate Walpole's dairy farm at Yalema today to commend the Northern Victorian dairy farmers for their farming innovation whilst facing the challenges of water security, commodity price fluctuation and, of course, climate change. The Walpoles are working to modernise their property to adapt to climate change and other seasonal challenges by installing dairy-free stalls with self-composting bedding and improved cow comfort. Agriculture Victoria specialists have provided advice and support to dairy farmers to allow them to move away from traditional grazing systems to boost farm profitability and better support animal welfare and the environment. Through the Dairy Transition Project, some Victorian dairy farmers have implemented robotic milkers, replacing their ageing milking facilities. At Maccorner, northwest of Echuca, a dairy business has put into use an 8-unit robotic dairy and compost barn, which is capable of housing and milking nearly 500 cows. Other projects include modernising dairy housing systems which reuse water, recycling manure for bedding, and there's also technology that can help to capture and adapt methane for energy. If only we can fix one of those to me after eating a curry. Now, to help farmers navigate the complexities associated with transitioning to new production systems or adopting new technologies, Agriculture Victoria has partnered with industries to develop the National Dairy Feed Pad and contained housing guidelines. While the industry has been challenged by dry seasonal conditions and financial stress in recent years, it is now bouncing back, particularly in the state's north, where there has been a significant improvement in farm profits and a significant uptake of new and emerging farm technologies. In 2020 to 2021, the Australian government supported 80 dairy farm modernisation developments worth $577 million, which significantly increased milk production and created new jobs. Well, that's all for now in today's edition of The Tech Beat. Keep watching Kalkine TV for trending market updates from the Australian share market and around the globe. And until next time, remember to keep your head in the iCloud and take a gigabyte out of life.